Good afternoon. My name is Sean Logan. I am the Pennsylvania Turnpike Chairman, and it is with great sadness that I announce that we have lost one member of our Turnpike family and one member of our extended Turnpike family during a hold-up attempt this morning. Just before 7 a.m. today, an armed suspect attempted to rob the Turnpike's Fort Littleton Toll Plaza at the 180 milepost on our main line. In the process, the suspect shot and killed Turnpike toll collector Danny Kraus. Mr. Kraus, born on March 12, 1961, has been on the job less than 3 months. The suspects also shot and killed Ronald Heist, date of birth October 19th, 1944, who was employed by Shad Detective Agency, who was a Turnpike contractor. Mr. Heist, a retired York City police officer, was providing security services to the Turnpike Commission at the time he was killed. On behalf of Governor Tom Wolf and my fellow Turnpike commissioners and everybody in the Pennsylvania Turnpike family, we are deeply saddened by this horrific tragedy. Our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of those involved today. Rest assured, the Commonwealth, the Turnpike, and the Pennsylvania State Police will expend whatever resources necessary to make sure we find out exactly what transpired this morning and to make absolute certain that our system is secure and that our employees are protected. At this point, I'd like to call on Captain Cain from the Pennsylvania State Police Troop T.
I'm Captain David L. Cain of the Pennsylvania State Police, and I'm the commanding officer of Troop T. We're responsible for policing the Turnpike. Before I get started here, I'd like to say that the Pennsylvania State Police extends their deepest condolences to the victims and their families in reference to this tragic incident. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of what took place this morning. The Pennsylvania State Police are investigating an armed robbery attempt which occurred this morning just before 7 a.m. at the Fort Littleton interchange, which is located in Dublin Township, Fulton County. The actor on foot confronted two Turnpike employees while performing their job duty within the toll booth. The actor displayed a handgun and ordered both employees, one being Daniel Kraus, 55 years old, to enter the Turnpike office building. While inside the building, the actor attempted to tie up both victims. A struggle ensued and the actor fled the building. Both employees exited the building, and at the same time, a fare collection vehicle arrived at the interchange. At this time, two employees, one being Daniel Kraus, and the other a security guard, Ronald Heist, 72 years old, had exited from the vehicle and were confronted by the actor. Both were shot and killed. The actor then began to fire shots at the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle was able to flee on foot. The actor gained access to the vehicle and drove it a short distance across SR 522 to an area where his car was parked. At this time, the actor started to unload money from the vehicle and into his car. Troopers arrived on scene in minutes after the original call for help went out over the radio. The first responding trooper that arrived on scene encountered the actor from a distance. There was an exchange of gunfire between the trooper and the actor. The actor was shot and succumbed to his injuries at the scene. Currently, Troop G of the Pennsylvania State Police in Hollidaysburg, the major case team, is investigating this incident. It's an active investigation. The investigation is obviously in its early stages. The actor in this case was one Clarence D. Briggs from Newville, Pennsylvania. He was 55 years old, male subject. Briggs is a retired Pennsylvania State Trooper. Briggs retired from the Troop T Newville station, which was part of the Turnpike system, in January of 2012. That's all I have at this time. Are there any questions for either one of us?
Yes, sir. So, obviously, the retired trooper was familiar with the layout and the timing of the delivery of the money and that sort of thing. Is that what your investigation shows so far?
At this time, the investigation is ongoing. I can tell you that Trooper Briggs, at the time when he was employed by the state police, was part of Troop T, which is a function here of the Turnpike.
You said that there was he tried to tie up two victims. One victim then went out and confronted and was killed. Second victim that was attempted to tie up, and I guess
They are okay. The other victim is okay. Survived the incident, uninjured.
So, Trooper, were the two people tied up inside the building there, the facility, or the toll booth itself?
They were tied up in the building next to the toll booth. There's an office building.
And they struggled with the shooter then?
Correct. There was a struggle that ensued.
And who was killed? The next people who showed up in the truck, or one of those?
Once the struggle took place, the actor left the building, and the two victims, one being Daniel Kraus, exited the building and went outside. And it was at this time the fare vehicle showed up, and a security guard from within that vehicle, Ronald Heist, exited to stand there with Daniel Kraus. It was at that time they were both confronted by the actor and shot and killed.
we think that he was attempting to tie them up and lay in wait for that truck to get there, the truck with the money.
It's a possibility. It's an ongoing investigation.
Has anything like this happened before?
Not in the time that in recent years.
Mr. Logan, how are workers with the Turnpike doing right now? People who either knew the victim, people who work with the system.
Well, the Turnpike employees that are at the Fort Littleton, the toll collector that was on the scene also, she's a tough woman. We spent a lot of time with her today. She is home resting and recovering. We told her to take some time off. She said she'll be back to work in a day or two, which I believe that. We have a strong ties, and our family is they're resilient. They'll bounce back. We will make sure that if she needs time, she'll get it. We'll make sure that our employees who need counseling will have that available. So this is the first public statements that we are making. So fortunately or unfortunately, probably a lot of our Turnpike employees and their families are hearing of this and the details of this because it's being reported right now. But again, as I said, we'll expend whatever resources we need to make sure that we find out what's happened, to make sure our system is secure and that our employees are protected. And while that's going on, we'll make sure that we have counseling available for our employees. You know, in 75 years, this has happened a handful of times. But we have a lot of work to do. We have, as the Turnpike Commission, we work hand in hand, a minute-by-minute basis with these guys, men and women behind me, Troop T, fabulous individuals. Our system is very secure, very safe. We just want to make sure if there's more that we can do, that we will do it. But our family we're grieving right now, but we're resilient and we'll bounce back.
Fort Littleton a particularly high volume stop on the Turnpike?
It is not. It's probably one of our lowest volume.
Excuse me, Trooper, is there anything you could say about the retired trooper's background
He retired after 26 years with an honorable discharge.
Have you, been able to determine yet in a short amount of time what may have led him to do this?
No, it's an ongoing investigation.
How many years have you been at Troop?
26 years.
All of Newville, you know, or?
I can't answer that. A lot of it.
When did he retire?
In January of 2012. He enlisted in 1988. No other questions?
Just my last question. Distance-wise, how far away was the gentleman's vehicle from that interchange when you came upon him?
The vehicle was right at the end of the ramp, if you're familiar with that area, just a few hundred yards. It was parked in close proximity.
So, time of day, had the sunlight risen at that point in time?
It was just getting gray.
Anything to indicate why specifically this stop may have been targeted?
Not at this time.
Super kind of silly question, but I obviously don't want to put your life on the line. Every day, and one of your own did this, how does that make you feel? Is that any part of your investigation in any way, shape, or form?
No, I'm not going to comment on that.
From a traffic standpoint, I'm wondering, that area where this incident happened, is it still closed off? If it is, when will it be open?
It's still closed off currently, and it could be several hours before it opens.
We have the proper notifications coming both east and west to travelers. And once the Troop T gives us the go-ahead to open it, we may not reopen till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Trooper, the individuals who were shot and killed, were they shot right as they exited the building, or were they near the money truck? Can you explain that?
They were in close proximity to the building itself. I'm not going to give you actual specifics of location, but it was outside the building.
As soon as they, can you say as soon as they exited the door, they were shot immediately, or like, was it an ambush type of shooting?
It's still under investigation. Okay, that's all the questions we're going to take, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Could you confirm spellings on the decedent's names?
Sure. Danny Kraus, D-A-N-N-Y. Kraus, C-R-O-U-S-E. Date of birth was March 12, 1961. Ronald Heist, Ronald as is, Heist, H-E-I-S-T. Date of birth October 19th, 1944.
You know, I'm sorry, do you have any hometowns for them?
No, we do, but
And Briggs, B-R-I-G-G-S?
Yes. Thank you.
thank you.